Good morning, good evening, good day, good afternoon to everybody out there in the world. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are living in the verse, and this is Star Citizen. So, as you can see, Johnny is in the game. Yes. So, how are we doing? Well, we're doing pretty good. So, what we're going to do today is, I guess it would be kind of a small, look at that, there's a player. Small introduction, short 5-cent tour to our fine little game here. Hold on, let me make an adjustment real quick. All right, so the sound should be a little bit better now. So for the 5-cent tour, all right. So where we are at right now is ArcCorp, and this is my home landing zone. Damn it. Always having to reset my freaking hotkeys. All right, so we're in the landing zone, and we are on floor 3. So we can take a look at the map here now. If you don't know, we actually in the recent past here, we got us a new map. The old map sucked ass, and it was just damn it. Okay, it was just a pain in the ass to okay, there we go, ArcCorp. It's just a pain in the ass to navigate. This new map is much better by far. So here is the Stanton system, kind of centered a little bit. All right, so in the Stanton system we have our main planetary bodies. Now, our main planetary bodies are Crusader, ArcCorp, Microtech, and Hurston. Is that right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, we do have gateways here. These are jump points. In the current patch, which is, what is it, 3.24.2, I believe, as of this recording, and they are not active as of yet. Now, the Magnus Gateway and the Terra Gateway probably won't be active for quite some time. The Pyro Gateway, on the other hand, this is the one that's coming in patch 4.0, so we're on the journey to 4.0. So this is the one that will be active, and that'll take us to a whole nother star system, which is a lot bigger than Stanton. This is Stanton, the star. I'm thinking most of all the planetary systems are named after their stars, which is, pretty decent naming convention. Not very Star Trek-y, but that's okay. A move away from Star Trek onto like more, diverse sci-fi tropes. Definitely breath of fresh air. Not that I don't like Star Trek. I love Star Trek. I love Star Wars. Well, I love the first 3 movies. There's only 3 Star Wars movies. And, of course, the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian. Everything else after that's pretty much trash. But I'm old school. So. And if truth be told, I always kind of considered The Mandalorian the real book of Boba Fett, because they ruined Boba Fett. Boba Fett was supposed to be a badass, and his character was assassinated. So I digress. All right, so if we scoot in here, we're going to take a look, and we're going to see some of these L points. So we got Crew L1, Crew L2, Crew L3, L4. So on and so forth. These are all Lagrange points. Now, if we don't know what like a Lagrange point is, when you get equalized pull of gravity, both from the star and the planet, into a position here that does actually orbit around the star. Now, if you put something here in a Lagrange point, there is a better than high likelihood that it'll remain there in perpetuity. So, like, it's indefinite. So these are very, very stable orbits, because the gravity between the planet and the star is both equalized. So these right here, all these guys contain asteroid belts, or asteroid fields, I should say, and generally a station. I think all of these actually have stations. They're great for mining, they're great for salvaging, they're great for hiding out for a little bit. You can also check out the stations, and we'll get to those later on down the road, but the stations are pretty cool spots. Now, each one of these planets, ArcCorp, Crusader, Hurston, and Microtech, they all have landing zones. Now, landing zones are your permanent base. Like, not necessarily anything that you can build, although that is coming, or so they say, by the end of the year, hopefully, maybe in January or February. When they finally get some kind of structure into it. I think it's at the end of the year. Or is it 4.0 that's at the end of the year? Either way, they're coming. They're coming. They're coming. They're coming to take me away. Haha. So, what are we talking about? The landing zones. Now, when you first start up the game, you'll be asked to pick a home planet. So your home landing zone is going to be one of these 4 planets currently. When Pyro gets active, you'll be able to choose Pyro as a starting system, and one of the places there that qualifies as a permanent landing zone you'll choose. So once you've done that, you will get a hangar, and we are off to the hangar. Now, where we are at right now is in the we're in the housing complex, which is our halves. So all these are halves right here, but they're only one-way doors as of right now. You can't go back in unless you come out. So yeah, it sounds giggity. So we are going to go down here and take the main elevator. And we'll hit the button. Alright, so here we are at the bottom floor. This is Adria Falls Apartments. Look at that. Okay, there's the desk guy, and he is not operable. He just kind of stands there with his hands on his hips, being all pert. This is the area map. Now, in here, the area map is pretty good. If you find any of the area maps, they will display your current position. Yes, you are here, and you will have all sorts of amenities around. If we look right off here in the back, you'll notice these kiosks right here, storage access. These are all over. You'll find them usually in pairs or in triplets, all over the space. This is a hospital gown, which means somebody has died and been respawned back at Empire. So on ArcCorp, Empire is the main medical facility where, if you have not, hello, how are you doing? If you have not yet, yes, you're very cute. I see all your piercings. We'll give her a little tea bag. Giggity. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, baby. So, now, we were so pleasantly interrupted. Okay, so all the vendors here, the torpedo burrito, right? You can eat. You can buy shit to eat, you can buy shit to drink. And just like in most other games that let you wander around the world, open world games, you can die of starvation and thirst or thirst. So, okay. So the kiosks, these over here, the UEC banking, these don't yet work. I don't know if they ever will work. But sometimes you find these, they're just kind of, they're patient. That's kind of interesting. It's a see-through screen. Yeah. These, I do not believe, are currently active. They don't show anything specific. Alright, so, you want to deck your shit out, you come over here to Kasaba. Over here you can buy apparel. See, one of the things that I do want to see if I can get. Now, the kind of cool thing is you can go over, you can buy shit right off the rack, thusly. Or you can go to the Kasaba kiosk. Now, we're going to come over here. And miscellaneous, cruise, lux. Apparently you can buy cruise lux and bestial water in most all the categories. Let's see, clothing. Okay. So I have not yet found glasses, man, because, I gotta have some fucking specs, dude.
Thanks for coming in.
Alright, so we're running a little bit low on lux. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and buy not a 6-pack, but we're going to buy us a 100-pack. So we're going to buy a 100-pack. Okay, now lux, cruise lux, now water, look. Okay. So water will give you back your thirst. So if you're thirsty and you're running low on hydration, drink water, that'll solve that problem. If you're hungry, you go eat food. So you can get a torpedo burrito, you can get a sandwich, you can get a burger, you can get noodles now. You can eat fruit. You can actually find fruit in the wild and go eat that there. But if you're in a pinch and you're just in a hurry and you don't want to do anything else and you just want to get one thing and just carry that and call it good, you get Cruise Lux. Cruise Lux will take care of your hunger and your thirst with a very, very low price of 5 UEs or a UEC. So that's that. So you think you'll see dudes in the verse that are out there running and gunning. If they're drinking Cruise. So that's the end of the commercial. So now if we come over here to Cubby Blast, we can go buy some munitions. Okay, so now a quick note on the munitions. All right, all of these things, they are SMGs, which you've got your P4s and your C54s, and then you have your shotguns. Now all the long arms here, all of these, they're all shotguns and submachine guns. All right, you cannot buy long arm repeaters anywhere here, although you can buy them in other places to some degree. Now your LMGs, or large motherfucking gun, as I like to call them, your sniper rifles, your your rocket launchers, your grenade launchers, your rail guns, all of those you can find in the world. You gotta loot that shit. Now sometimes NPCs will have like the LMGs, and you can find those readily available at like the Nine Tails bunkers and other places that have enemy NPCs. Sometimes I think you can actually get them from the Hurston guards, although there's a way you gotta do that will avoid you running into the wall.
We've got a lot of variety.
So the Grey Cat multi-tool. So the Pyro multi-tool comes in one variety, that. Now it comes in different colors, but if you get it by itself, it's empty. And these are the attachments. And right now you have the Oxy Cutter attachment and the Orbit Mining attachment. You also have the Scraper attachment, which allows you to harvest skins off of ships and vehicles and such. And then you have the one that probably gets used by far the most, the tractor attachment. So we have tractor beam. Yes. It can't carry a whole lot of weight, but it can move packages from hither, thither, and yon. It can pick up small vehicles, like land vehicles and your hover bikes, and all of that. Some of the other things of note that you'll be able to find around here is if you go over here and look, see the billboard, Astro Armada. Now, Astro Armada can be found in ArcCorp, and all the other landing zones do have dealerships. Hurston, I think, has, New Deal, and Microtech. Wait a minute, let me think about it. Does Microtech have a dealership? Pretty sure they do, although it's at a loss as to what it is. I forget. The other one is Crusader, where you can get Crusader ships, definitely, but there are other things there. And I think that's also another branch of New Deal. So you can go to Crusader. Like I said, the only one that I don't think has one is Microtech. I'm not sure if they do or not. I can't really remember for sure. So if you know, leave one in the comments, or we'll go over there today and find out. I doubt it though. So we are off to the races, as it were. Now, each of the landing zones is pretty big, and most of the stuff you will find is, a bus ride away. Oh, excuse me, a bus ride away. Now, if you look over there, I'll zoom in real quick. That is the Trade Development Division, or the TDD. Over there, you'll be able to buy and sell commodities or cargo. So if they're like, what is it? Like, I don't know. There's certain things you can get in container boxes that you can go over there and sell. It's pretty good. Each of the landing zones has one. Most all the outposts on the planets, most of them you can find will have some fashion or form of this cargo acquisition kiosk of sort. Now, we do have to wait for the bus, which is like, in any good metropolitan area, there is a bus system. So, there we go. Where can she be? 9, 8, 7. There it is. There she is. Alright, it's a pretty cool bus, huh? Yes, her butt is her front, and her front is her butt. She is a nice little ride. Okay, we can go ahead and get rid of. So in my previous video, in my ACS, I did mention that this would be after I upgraded my PC. So I do actually have my new graphics card, which is a GeForce RTX 4060, and it's like night and day, dude. It's a massive upgrade from my 1660 GTX. Now, like, literally doubled my frames. So instead of in the landing zones here at ArcCorp and in Hurston, I'm getting max output of 30 frames, and I think the lowest only drops down to like 9 or 10, which is kind of cool. My average is probably like 30, which is awesome. The whole time I've been playing Star Citizen, I haven't seen frame rates like that, and since like the very beginning. when I first started playing, when there was like hardly anything around.
Now arriving.
So hopefully it'll maintain this until I'm able to upgrade again. But most likely I'll probably be upgrading to a whole new computer. So here's hoping. So now we are at the Riker Memorial Spaceport, and we're gonna come around here. Now these kiosks right here, you see, all the landing zones have, most everywhere has these. If it's a orbital station or a landing zone, and there's Grimhex. We'll talk about Grimhex later. These are if you have payments or you get a crime stat from 1 to, I think it's like 1 and 2s or 3s. I think it's 1 or 2s. If 1 or 2s, you can come over here and just pay it off. 3s, you got to go to Clusher, or you go to a comma ray and you fucking hack your rap sheet. So, and then there's another set there. Over here, this used to be where the ASOP terminals used to be. So you come over here and you get your ship and then you go on with the landing. So now they have storage access. Like I said, these kiosks are fucking everywhere. So getting your shit and getting kitted out is relatively easy and painless. They have our new ASOPs here. So we'll come over here and look.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Now, here's all my boats. That's my boat. So, like any of the ships that you buy on the RSI website, they will show up here, and they are the ones that are attributed to your account and can be found in your hangar on the website. You can look at them. Not like this, but it's a website. You can check it out. Be robertsspaceindustries.com. So once you get those, the ships that I actually own are the Vulture, the Cuddy, and the Starlifter. Those are the ones that are actually attributed to my account. All these other ones either have shown up because I'm a subscriber, or I bought them in-game. Now the Prospector, the Aurora, the Buccaneer are all ones that have popped up since I've been a subscriber. Well, no. Just the RSI Aurora and the Buccaneer. The Prospector and the Arrow kind of showed up in my hangar a while back. The Arrow is the one I've had the longest, and honestly, I have no idea where they came from. They've always been there. They've never been taken away throughout wipes and resets and crashes and all that other kind of stuff. They're just kind of there. So I'm cool with that. It's a happy accident. So will they disappear when they finally reset to 4.0? I'm not really sure about the lower ones. The Arrow, though, pretty sure that one will stay no matter what. It's been there the longest, and that's cool. So to kind of give you a quick look here, it does show all this stuff, what their basic functions are. Like the Cuddy Black is what we'll be using today for the most part. We have mining, salvage, we have fighters, although the Auroras are kind of meh. They're really squishy. My Arrow, the Anvil, Kate Pisces, medical, we got a Courier, which is our big cargo ship. Buccaneer, I have another light fighter. I've got a lot of light fighters. Think about it. Light salvage, light mining, and then medium freight. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and claim.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
Yeah.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
So we can come over
Your
here.
insurance claim has been
Expedite
sent.
that shit for 3 minutes.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
We're going to be waiting. So yeah, all the timers are a thing. Waiting for the elevators is a thing. But I have to say, it's pretty cool as far as your standard MMO type stuff. One of the other things that I'll mention here for those of you that are new to the verse, characters do not have a level progression in the traditional sense. So normally in an MMO, you get a level 1 character with level 1 stats and level 1 skills, and you gotta work your way up to get more proficient and more adept at using what skills you have or may not have. So, okay, like that. And while we're waiting for our Cuddy to get ready, we're going to take a look and see what we can see. We're going to take this, throw that in there, because they are. Okay, so over here is our local inventory. Now, the only thing that we can fuck with right here is our local inventory. So if we got inventory somewhere else, we got a stash spot, or we got a ship out there in the black, or on a planet or something like that waiting, and it's got shit in it, you won't be able to access it until you're actually there physically, which is kind of cool. And sometimes it's kind of inconvenient, because it definitely was convenient back when we had that advantage. Nowadays, not so much. So, armor is easy to deal with. You know, you got your fucking doll, and you can just, you know, click and drag shit hither and thither and yon if you need it. One of the other things we're going to do is we are going to sort our shit out. Looks like we're kind of lagging a little bit. Okay, so if you see these are our melee weapons. These are currently the only melee weapons we actually have in the game, other than our fisticuffs. So we got knives, and you can use these for, like, you know, stealth takedowns and so on. They're pretty cool. Other than that, we have range weapons. We have snipers, you know, we got shotguns, long arms, short arms, and then at the very end of all of this, yes, we have our toy pistols. These you can actually take in any of the armistice zones, and you can, you know, shoot Nerf darts at people and places and things. Yes, you don't get crime stats for none of that stuff. Okay, the quota. This is the Yarbarev. So, those are all our things and stuff. Now, a lot of these weapons here that you'll see, like the P8s and the L6, and these ones that are all colored and got liveries and stuff. Sorry about that. Had a knock at the door. Got my new card. Okay, so all of these stuff, like I was saying, all these things that you see that have like liveries and stuff on them, these are all subscriber gear and things that I got on the store on the RSI website. Now, here's the rub. If you take one of these out and you lose it through death, dismemberment, or pirates, it's gone. And the only way that you can recover it is to reset your character. And you can only do your character reset every so often. And it's a big old pain in the ass, and you lose progress as far as like your what you call it, your reputation and all of that stuff, and it's a pain in the ass. So I don't generally use these at all, unless I'm going to be hanging out exclusively in a landing zone or an armistice zone. Ugh. Yeah, an armistice zone, where they technically can't be lost. Because if you die in an armistice zone, like if you're like on a station or anything like that, generally your stuff gets stored in that inventory there, and then you respawn back wherever it is that you have your drone implant, your clone implant. So that's that. So unfortunately, probably not going to be using any of these. However, you can get a lot of this stuff in the game. So these are the lootables. So you can loot your LMGs. You can loot your shotguns, your sniper rifles, and your long arms and things of that nature. Although the P8, I think, is one of the things that you really can't get in the game. I haven't seen any thus far. So if you have some of these, at your own risk. So, ammo. Ammo, you can buy any of the ammos aplenty in almost every single station
Welcome
that you come
the
across.
ASOP
They'll
vehicle
all have
retrieval
some
system.
kind of mercantile where you can get your ammunition. Now, sometimes you can get all of the ammunition, or there'll be select ammunition that you can get in particular places. Grim Hex, I think you can actually go buy long arms at Grim Hex, although I'm not entirely sure. There are a couple of things you might be able to buy there. So, I was talking about it. In my last play, I pulled out my medical rover, which is my Ursa Medic, and this has a respawn bed. Now, some of the medical beds can allow you a respawn point. Other ones, not so much. This one is a happy gift. Okay, so I'm still on the medevac. Whoop, wrong one. So my imprint is still there. So now if I die, through death or dismemberment, yeah, I die because of death. I'll respawn here in my hangar where I can claim my ship and get right back out there into the action. So speaking of action, over there is our freight elevator, and if you look over there, okay, there's an ASOP kiosk where you can call ships and vehicles, and then over here is the terminal where you can deal with your hangar. Now you can bring up hangar boxes. Well, speaking of boxes, go ahead and let's get that prepped and ready. I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, I've got boxes. Now, this is my ship. So, to give you kind of a sense of scale, let's zoom out here and look. Now, this is just a medium-sized ship, right? And you can kind of see how we match up as far as size goes. They are pretty big. And this isn't even the biggest one. The biggest one I have is the Starlifter. And that's the hangar. And yeah, it takes up most of this pad. So if you call it up to the hangar, there's not a lot of room to move around in vehicles and whatnot. So, of course, my thing's gone. Damn it. Every fucking time. So I will get another one. Alright, so I need my max lift. so I need my other fucking. Okay, yeah, I've got a lot of tractor beam attachments. Okay, let's split these. We'll do 10. Okay, so those. And with like these, you double click on them and they'll automatically mount themselves in the appropriate spot, or you can drag it and place it. You know, it's up to you. My medical gun. Okay, we'll put we just want one. I got 6 of those. These are my ones with liveries, which unfortunately the subscriber shit ain't gonna fucking lose none of that stuff. Not yet, anyway. Not yet. There'll come a time where I'll be taking that stuff out on the regular, because I'll be able to replace it in game, maybe even during the same play session. But until then, they just kind of hang out there, looking pretty. All right. So now, if we look. Where's it at? Ah, right there. So right here, this is a tractor beam. And you can see that it looks like it can be deployed on either side. Like I got a track it can actually move. So you can like drag shit over here from there to in here or back, or you know, stuff. We also have onboard storage where you can stock your shit. Although I don't really like stocking anything in my ships as of right now, because as you can see, I've already lost the stuff that I had in my previous ship because I had to claim this one because of bugs. So now, damn it. Shit is fucking fucked. All right. Okay, I gotta reload my fucking thing here. Give me 1 second. Right. There we go. Now we're going to get ready for liftoff. We'll call the ATC. And off we go. Damn it. Nice sunset.
Landing gear up.
Alright, now the coolest part, I think, of the whole game is that if we look behind us, you can see there's our landing zone. And there's the black, all space So the cool thing is we can go from our hangar there to our ship and take off from the planet and do all of that happy stuff and get all the way into space. And the only loading screen that you experience is the one that you use coming into the game. That's it. No more loading screens. The only other game I have found so far that does this is Space Engineers. And it's just a one-player game for the most part. You can get into like co-op type shit in there. But it seems like CIG has been the trailblazer here in this sort of open world kind of setup. All right, so this is by Genie Point. These are the orbital stations that we talked about earlier. Now these are landing zones. These are like secondary landing zones, and you can transfer your imprint here to one of these. All the other places around the verse, you cannot transfer your respawn point anywhere else there, but just these and the landing zones. And these are armistice zones, except for in your hangar. Now, in your hangar, you have the freedom to pull out your weapons and utilize your tractor beams and whatnot and so forth. But the minute you leave, you can't use them. You go back into the armistice zone. So we have like your quick landing spots, like right over there, open landing bays, where you can land on the tongue there, and you can go into the door and then go into the station, or you can go into a hangar. Now, they didn't always used to be like this. There were more options available, but because douchebags wanted to just go ahead and ram everybody while they were on their fucking pad waiting for shit to fucking, take place, they kind of changed that. So that's that. All right. So while we're sitting here, really got to get another fucking stick here. Man, brand new fucking flight stick, and it's got drift. Man, fucking shit, dude. Okay, I'll have to fucking pull it apart and scrub off the fucking pickups. So, what to do? Well, let's see. If we look at our Moby Glass, the thing to do, contracts. So these are our missions, kind of like side quests, if you will, because there is no main story as of yet, although they say that there's one coming. It has not been implemented. These are all the different kinds of missions that you can embark upon. You can do racing, which there are tracks, you have time trials and so on and so forth. And you have investigations. We can go check out wreckage. We can find a missing person, which will take you to one of the caves, one of the mini caves, and you can go find the person there. You can do salvage, which you have to pay for, and you go get the rights to a salvage wreck and salvageable wreck. and you can get RMC and construction material for, your crafting items that we can actually craft in game now, which is only like just a handful, maybe like there's like 4 or 5 different things you can craft. You can do bounty hunter missions, which is more like it's PvE. There will either be in space, on the surface, or on the ground, like in a bunker. So you have those, which are kind of fun. You can do research, which you go deploy probes in 11,000. This is hostile territory, yeah. Yeah, there's hostiles. Okay, you can do mercenary stuff. Now here, this is the one mercenary thing you always want to have active. Is call to arms. So basically, to give you the TDLR on this, basically when you shoot down criminals, you get paid for them. It's only like 500 credits for like simple dudes, and then I think it increases on the severity of the guys. But yeah, you get those. You could do delivery missions, which are also called box missions, for various groups. This one right here, the retrieval OP for North Rock Service Group. These guys right here, you got to go and you got to take it away from bad guys sometimes. Which is why call to arms is important. So not only do you get to 8K, if you take the time before you grab the box and you kill all the fucking NPCs, not only will you get paid for killing the NPCs, you can loot the bodies and get ammunition, guns, armor, and some clothing apparel. And it's also where you can find sunglasses, which we're kind of on the lookout for. You can do search, which is basically search and rescue. Hauling, which is your cargo missions, and maintenance, which is, pretty much, self-explanatory. You go pick up shit, drop it off. You go fix stuff. I imagine at some point you'll go and replace fuses or, repair shit with your pyrolite, your pyro tool. Yeah, your repair tool, stuff and junk. All right, so that's that. And then, once you have accepted in the history, that's if you play MMOs, you know what that stuff is. Beacons. So we can create a beacon. So the only 2 beacon types is an escort and medical assistance. So if you go down and you're alive but you're dying, you can send out a beacon and hopefully somebody will pick it up and come rescue your dumb ass. So, just saying, happens to the best of us. So, if we come over here, we look at our crime stat. Currently it is at 0. This shows your jurisdiction, which we are under ArcCorp's auspice right now. We have our basic readout of everything that we hold dear. We have our health. We can come here for an expanded version. We can go to comms where we can talk to people in chat in the world. We can accept and deny friends. By Genie Cargo. Okay, cool. We got the global channel. Then we can talk to our friends list or anybody else in the lobby. So like, this is your friends list, and these are the people that are in the lobby. Okay. You can connect to the audio channel. You see stuff that's pending. All the different channels. So like if you're in the ship, it'll show that you're in your ship. You just want to do like in-ship stuff, so on and so forth. Contracts, we already talked about that real quick. The map, we already know about that. The journal is basically your Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Give you a lowdown on pretty much anything you want to know in the immediate verse. You can look at your assets and see where everything is stowed, although this seems to be kind of broken at the moment. The rep, I do the rep, but every time I do, it crashes my game, so be aware. I don't know if it's just my account or if it's just like, a global kind of thing. Your wallet, on the other hand, This allows you to give money, your in-game currency, your UEs. You can send it to anybody you want. You can send anybody anything, right? Your landing over here is, you can only do this from your cockpit while you're seated and landed at a landing zone. So you can refuel, restock, repair, and then your vehicles. So this is your vehicle loadout manager. If you are in a landing zone that houses one of your ships, it has to be stowed, and the lock button here will unlock, and you'll be able to click on it, and then you'll be able to change its loadout with a list of loadouts here, and then above over here you'll have like all the different hard points or changeable areas on your ship or vehicle. And then down here is your money and your in-game name. So that is it in a nutshell. And man, see, like just a regular old tour. This took a whole hour. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna call it here for today. I know we really didn't get much done, but this is just, I wanted to give you a short, quick introduction to what we'll be doing here, and in further episodes, and hopefully we'll be able to go live soon once I figure out all the bugs and ticks and clicks on running shit from YouTube live, because there's some things I'd like to add to the stream, and I'm still figuring out how to do all that stuff. That's watching YouTube. So as I always say, stay living in the verse, be happy, healthy, and safe out there in the world, because it is a jungle out there. And until next time, my friends, hey, stay dangerous. We'll catch you in the next one. Have a good day.